Hello everybody, it is Prelude Boy 99 and I was going to make a before you buy for the 1980, I believe it's the 1987 or was it 1981, for that Toyota pickup truck RLC that's going to come out this Tuesday. I was going to make a before you buy, but then I saw this video that Lamley just released, which is the Hot Wheels RLC Sneaks with Brendon Vetuskey. So I decided to do a reaction because I think this is going to answer a lot of questions that we had about chases, how they're going to be implemented, how it's going to work. At least that's what I'm hoping. And we get to see some of the new RLCs in closer look, in better detail. I am excited for the Mustang Cobra. I think that one looks sick. And seeing the NSX in Spectraflame Blue with the black top, it is kind of making me want to reconsider my choices getting it. So let's watch it. I'm not going to watch the whole thing. I'm not going to watch all 54 minutes of it. I just want to get to the part where they talk about the chases. So I'm just going to play the first, I believe the first couple of minutes of it, and then I'm going to get into the chases. So let's get right into it.
Hello everybody, this is a Lamley sneak peek preview. Our old pro is here, Brendon Vetuskey, the man of the hour. How are you doing, Brendon?
I'm doing great. How are you today?
You ready to do this, what, for the 130th time, it seems?
138th.
I think that's what it is. Yeah. And you have been our longest running star in these sneak peek videos. Oh yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Some come and go, but you stick around, and I know everybody always looks forward to the Brendon Vetuskey sneak peeks, but the whole point is they want to hear about it. They don't want us to banter about like we're doing now. They want to talk about the models. And you have a lot today.
We do. We have a lot. This is the big show, so we have some good stuff coming.
Yeah,
a couple new surprises, and hope you like what you see.
I see some things that I'm very curious to ask about. But before we start, we got 2025, we got 2026.
Yeah.
I have to ask you.
All right.
When I say man of the hour, when I say you're the man of the hour this time, you were the guest of honor last night at the dinner.
That is the ugliest looking R34 I've ever seen in my entire life. I do not like it. For a convention model, I really, really do not like it. Let me know in the comments if you like it. I'm really curious to see if anyone else likes this, because I honestly don't. I really don't like this casting. Like, I love the casting, but I don't like the livery on this casting. I don't like the decos. The decos. I don't know why I say decos. The decos. I really think this is, I think it's ugly. But that's an opinion. It's subjective. Opinions are subjective, so let's hear what he has to say about it.
Here at the convention here in Los Angeles, 18 years, I think is what
18 years. Unofficially, I say that because I was a temp for almost 3 years, and then the official Mattel clock started counting.
When a person on the Hot Wheels team, a designer, whatever, is the guest of honor at these dinners, the team kind of gives you free reign to do what you want.
For the most part, yes. Yeah. And this is probably one of the more controversial cars, and for that, I love it.
It has gotten quite the response. So I was like, this is the morning after the dinner, after this was unveiled, and I posted something, and the comments, we'll just say it was a wide spectrum of comments, and
there's
love
love
the response.
And there's hate.
Yes.
And I love that there's hate, and I love that there's love. And if you're here in El Segundo right now,
we'll talk about Van's Deco on this.
Yeah.
But what made you choose the R34?
It wasn't for me.
Okay.
Usually the dinner cars, it's something personal for the person being honored.
Yeah.
I've been to a bunch of these conventions. I understand the struggle that a lot of people have. They spend a lot of money on flights. They spend a lot of money on hotels, meals, travel, all that stuff just to be here.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, including the staff, they'll take the cars that they get and they'll sell them in their rooms to help offset the travel, the expense to do that. I wanted to make sure that we had a casting that could be profitable for everyone attending.
Wow.
So.
What? Wait a minute. Hold on. I want to hear that again. What did he say?
In their rooms to help offset the travel.
Hold on. No, I need to go back a little bit further. What did he just say? What did he just say?
They'll take the cars that they get and they'll sell them in their rooms to help offset the travel, the expense to do that.
So the employees would sell the cars to offset the travel expenses and everything. So did he just admit to supporting the scalper market? Is that why he chose the R34? Because if that's the case, that's pretty scummy. I don't like that. And I actually like Brendon. I like the cars that he designs. I really hope that's not what he's saying, because that's what it sounds like he's saying.
I wanted to make sure that we had a casting that could be profitable for everyone attending.
Wow.
So the idea is like, well, what's more profitable than this? Because this one's probably...
That's the wrong mindset to have, Brendon. You shouldn't think about what's more profitable. You should think about what's more true to you. Like what is more true to you, since you're the guest of honor of these conventions? I've never been to any of these conventions before, but thinking about what's more profitable, like what? That sucks the passion out of this hobby.
at the peak of its popularity right now.
Sure.
It's not at the peak of its popularity right now. It's honestly at the lowest, because they keep coming out with RLC Skylines. The value just keeps diminishing and diminishing and diminishing. It started off with the blue one being the most valuable one, and every single release it's been less and less and less and less. And now with the RLC selections, it's like at 60 to 70, which is like the lowest. So the Skyline has been depreciating in value as time goes on. I was going to make a video about that, but this is not at its peak. People are getting tired of the Skyline. I'm getting tired of the Skyline. I honestly just want something new. I'm kind of getting tired of the Skyline being used as a carrot to get me to join in an RLC in 2026 or 2027 or what have you. I want to move on from this RLC Skyline. And I know they're going to integrate the new Skyline, I believe it's the new casting that's in the Timeless Classics set, the new bone stock R34. I know they're going to integrate that into RLC. It's bound to happen. And that one's going to have mirrors. So that's not a good reason to use a Skyline, but I'm going to hear what more he has to say.
So why not give them a very limited edition version? Because this will be the lowest produced RLC version of this casting ever.
What?
Lower than the yellow one that was a convention car the other year.
What? So you made the ugliest Skyline the most valuable? Okay. So you make the laziest Skyline, because this livery has been done before in Gasser, like this Triassic 5 that's from the Gasser originally. So you choose a livery that's already been done before in a previous RLC model, I believe it's based off a real life car. Comments, correct me. You guys always correct me. And then you slap it on an R34 because you know that people love the R34 and you know it has a high resale value. And you put the two of them together to make this thing, so that way people can be able to resell it at a high value, because it's the rarest Hot Wheels convention R34. Is that what you're telling me, Brendon? Because if so, that's terrible. That's very, very terrible. I think he just openly admitted to supporting the scalper market, the secondhand market. I think he just openly admitted that. And I really do not like that at all. I think that's a very scummy thing to do. Instead of making something unique and creative, he took the lazy option. He took the lazy route and just got an R34, slapped whatever livery he wanted on it, and now they're going to try to sell it for it's going to be worth more than any RLC Skyline, because it's the one that has it's the least produced. I believe he said it was 5,000. So it's lower than the yellow R34. So that makes me mad for so many reasons. There's so much to unpack. I want to see what more he has to say.
You know, that's true, right? Because you've got the convention cars are 62 at least currently, and then this is 4,000, right?
Yeah, something like that. So this will be
4,000.
the rarest RLC R34 Skyline that you get.
What? That's going to be the... Okay, let's just keep going.
That you can get.
Fascinating. Now we saw
So that's
mayhem outside. People trying
that
to
was
get
the
these.
science
Yeah.
and the logic behind the choice of that casting.
That's
And then, of
I don't
course,
like
the
that
personal
logic.
touch is the Triassic 5 deco on there.
And there's
And that's what's rubbing people the wrong way,
Yeah.
which is kind of fun. So it's like, if it offends you, oh well.
Okay. Okay. So normally I wouldn't have a problem with this if this wasn't a convention car and if they didn't make such a limited quantity. If this was just for fun, like, hey, this is, we're just fooling around. This is $30, 30, $40, which it's extremely high. I would be fine with it. I like the thought of it being a joke, but it's not a joke because now it's the rarest RLC and it's a joke. So essentially you're saying to us, the collectors, that, hey, this is a joke. This is the ugliest R34 Skyline that we produced as a joke. And we made it so that way you guys can be able to resell it and screw each other over for over 300, 400. It's got to be worth more than the yellow one. The yellow one's I believe the yellow one's at 700. Probably more than that. So now this Skyline, the ugliest Skyline, is going to be worth the most money because it's the least produced. If this isn't a sign to get out of the hobby, I don't know what is. Like, at this point, they're not even being subtle with it. They're not even trying to hide the fact that they're just making this stuff. They're making garbage. Garbage for you. To take advantage of you. Oh my God, I am so disappointed in you, Brendon.
I think that it's playful.
Yeah.
It's
It's not playful, it's predatory. It is not playful. Playful is like if this was at Walmart for $7 on the pegs. That's playful. This is not playful. This is a serious hobby. People really take this stuff seriously. That's not playful at all. It's actually predatory. And it's you taking advantage of us. Like, instead of making something really true and near and dear to your heart and giving us something that, is you just took the lazy route. You just took the lazy route. Honestly, I think what would have been cool is if he would have made that Shelby Cobra that he's so proud of for the RLC membership. I think that should have been the convention car. No? What do you guys think of this? I'm really disappointed. Really disappointed by the mindset behind this. Don't please, like, I don't like telling people what to do with their money. I'll never tell you what to do with your money. You guys can do whatever you want with your money. That's fine. What's in your wallet and how you decide to spend with your money, that's your business. I'm not gonna try to dictate what you spend your money on. But this guy is clearly telling you that the whole reason behind this casting was to make more money, was to help people sell it to make more money. That's pretty much what he's saying. I can't be the only person that has a problem with this. They just openly admitted to supporting scalpers. And that's probably why they did the chases too. They're like, hey, the secondhand market, they're having a hard time selling these RLCs. These RLCs are being stuck in the Mattel Creations website. We need something to spice it up. Add chases. I'm really, really disappointed. Like, I don't think I'm gonna come back. This is disgusting behavior.
It's a bit of a troll. I mean, come on. It's like
It's not a bit of a troll.
Like, and this is how we talk these days. And
Yeah, it's funny. It's so funny that I'm selling this casting for $350 or $700. That's so hilarious. That's so hilarious that this Skyline is supposed to represent the most rarest Skyline in all of RLC history. It's hilarious. So funny. Good joke.
I think it's fantastic. I'm quite fond of it. I think that the design is great. I think, seeing this, with some different kinds of wheels that you wouldn't typically see.
No.
I just think the playfulness of this one, and if everyone just liked it or everyone just hated it, but who cares? Like, we don't want that. But you want a strong response, and we definitely got a strong response. So
it's a win because
well
of that.
played. It's an
Love it or
absolute
hate
win.
it, it's a win.
It's an absolute.
This is an L. This is a hardcore L for collectors, for the hobby. This is insulting. And again, I would be okay with it if it wasn't advertised as the most rarest RLC Skyline. Like, I would be fine with that, but it's not. Like, again, I'm perfectly fine with jokes, but this isn't a joke. I really don't like the mindset behind this. This is disgusting.
Win. All right. I really wanted to give you a chance to talk about it. Is there any other elements of the deco? I mean, the back license plate's pretty hilarious.
Yes, that is probably the best license plate we will ever do.
I think that is hilarious, but I think that's what people are going to be saying when they see it on eBay for $700. They're going to be like, what the F? What's this? Yeah, and look at the decos on this. Just
done get to do. I don't know how you're going to top that, quite frankly.
I don't either. And we've probably
and
seen
it was
those.
licensor approved too.
Ugh. All right. So they're going to react to a whole bunch of other stuff. I just want to get to the chase. So if there's anything worth saying, I'll let you guys know post, okay?
We add to the line that we haven't done before. But truthfully, we haven't done this one before.
And I'll just say, because obviously I know what it is, but I would say if that, I completely agree with what you're saying, but there's always the little asterisk on the side as we see so many of these cars rolling out in the Hot Wheels line, various lines, is the WATT. And so I'll let you say what it is, what about the Targa? And I've asked that question a lot.
Okay, I have not heard you ask that, but I'm going to answer
I don't ask
anyway.
you, but now you did an R34 for your dinner car, so now I am going to ask you. I asked everybody else about it. You don't ask Brendon about a Porsche.
That's
you ask
true.
him about muscle cars and everything else. But now you've betrayed any of that trust. So no, I will ask you about the Targa next time.
Okay.
So, hey, Brendon.
Yeah.
You big JDM hype guy. What about the Targa?
Here.
Okay.
Right here.
Finally.
Boom. Oh yeah,
I'm so
this
excited.
lifts up too. So yes, 88 Porsche Turbo Targa. And
This is so
Andres,
exciting.
yes, did the deco for this one.
Do we call this root beer?
Yes, you can call this one root beer. He volunteered to work on this one. When he saw this one coming down, he's like, I want to work on that one.
Yeah.
He just got so excited about it. He loves the 80s stuff. He
himself has an 80s Porsche, doesn't he?
He does.
Yeah.
Yeah, very 80s. And so this one is nice.
Beautiful.
And with the Targa top like that,
I love
and
the Targa
engine.
top.
And of course, with the turbos in RLC, we can make the staggered track width on the back so it gets the extended fender flares and the wider rear axle, which I really like because we can capture that realistic yet subtle detail in 1/64 scale. It really separates these from all the other Porsches that we make.
Right.
So,
Oh, this one has
it's-
same thing. Like your Cobra has a very exciting future.
Look at all that paint blob underneath it. Oh wow, I wonder how much this thing's gonna cost. Retail.
and again, get a little detail on
look
the
at
underside
that.
of the
That's
hood. I
beautiful.
just obsess over the details like this to give.
I will admit, I do like the root beer Spectraflame. I think that's a very underrated Spectraflame color. I actually really like the color on this Porsche.
Give you, the collector, the best cars possible.
And we get those modern Fuchs,
Yep.
which look really, really good. So Andres did a nice job on the deco. You did the design.
Yes.
It's gorgeous. And I've never asked you about the Targa.
No,
but
you haven't.
I've asked a whole lot of people about the Targa.
If you'd asked me sooner, maybe you got
I
it
should have.
sooner.
It's my fault.
Yeah.
It's my fault. But it's here.
It's here. But wait, that's not all.
All right, talk to me.
This is a Lamley preview. We're doing something new here.
Okay.
And this is to address, there have been, how do I say it? There have been, comments made, there have been concerns made in the RLC line. Oh, you guys make too much. Oh, you're not numbering them anymore.
Yeah.
The exclusivity isn't there anymore. Those kinds of complaints. So we hear you. We're going to address that. We're going to change things. We're going to try something new in 2026, and we're going to offer a chase variant on select models and stuff, and this Porsche will be one of them. So in addition to this, you will be able to get a chase version. Not going to call it treasure hunt, because you're not going to be going to Target at 6 a.m., waiting in line, beating up the employees, getting their version. But
Oh, that's nice that he acknowledges that they know about what it's like to be a collector on the streets.
we're going to offer a true chrome version and a limited chase variant.
Okay, so I know those complaints as well. I've seen them on my channel plenty of times about RLC just not being rare anymore. So I understand the reasoning behind the chases, but the issue that I have is that right now, I don't think it matters anymore. Having these produced over 40,000 pieces, 50,000 pieces, I don't think it matters anymore. And I think at that point, why not just make these to order? Why not give everyone the chance to getting them? Because again, you can only get them on the Mattel Creations website, so it is exclusive, but it's not rare anymore. And I think by getting rid of the rarity, it just makes collecting in the hobby more healthier. But then you add chases. And what does that do? It creates hype. And hype can be a good and bad thing. And mostly in RLC, it's been a bad thing because when something's hyped, that means that the chances of you being able to securely get it or to successfully get it is slim. So I want to hear what they have to say about this chase, because I don't like it. And if I'm being completely honest with you, I would rather have the root beer Spectra Flame Porsche. I don't know why they didn't have that as the chase. Have the root beer Spectra Flame Porsche as the chase rather than the chrome. Because if the chrome is just going to be the chase, I just think it's boring. I would rather just have a Spectra Flame colored RLC. Like, I would much rather have this root beer Porsche than the chrome chase.
And it's something that you'll buy this.
Yeah.
You'll either get this or you will get this.
So there is no
no cheating
random.
the system unless you're like, I don't know, at the plant, I guess. I don't know. I don't know.
You just gave her what? Plane tickets will be purchased now.
Yes, exactly.
So nice
We'll put that on our website.
Yeah.
But the idea here is that it will be randomly packed, randomly sent out. So it doesn't matter if you were first in line or last in line, you're going to have the same chance of getting this.
Okay.
Hold on, but that's not right, because what you're doing now is that people are going to try to buy more of this in hopes of getting a better chance at getting a chase. So it's not going to be fair, because with people using bots, I think scalpers are going to have a better chance at getting the chase than regular people will. So you're not solving any issue that was present before, because the issue that we're having right now is that scalpers are using bots to buy a huge quantity of these RLCs. There's way more of these RLCs on eBay than there are in collectors' hands. That's the big problem here. And what you're doing with chases is that you're adding a carrot at the end of the stick, trying to lure out more of these scalpers to buy more of your product. There's got to be more chases on eBay than there will be in the wild, than in people's hands, the true collector. So this isn't solving anything. This is making things much worse. I mean, I don't know if they're going to find a way to make it more fair. If, for example, if a household has 30 of them, don't give them a chase. I don't know how that's going to work. I don't think they're going to do that. I think what they're going to do is that they're going to randomly insert them, and whoever has the most RLC purchased, they're going to have a stronger chance of getting a chase than somebody who just purchased one RLC. So already there's already a flaw in this that they're not addressing. They're not acknowledging that, hey, scalpers are probably going to buy a huge chunk of this, and the collector is not going to be able to have a fair chance. So I would have preferred them making the infrastructure of the website more stronger so that people can have a more fair chance of getting these, than introducing another rare element or a rare ingredient to this complex pie that they're making for all of us. This is not going to end very well. I know that for a fact, and that's why I'm not going to really participate in it. I don't think I'm kind of hoping that after my subscription ends, that's where it ends. Like, I'm just not going to get any more. I'm going to go on to greater pastures. I'm going to move on. I'm going to collect other diecast brands. I want to move on from Hot Wheels because this hobby is just becoming more and more depressing. And, I just want to collect. I want to have a good time. People think I love to complain. I don't like to complain. I rather praise something than complain because complaining just adds stress. I don't like to be stressed. I have too much of that in my life. And I just do not like the thought process behind this. It's just to create more hype. They want people to buy this in droves. They want people to buy more of this. That's just the bottom line. There's no sugarcoating this. They just want more people to buy this stuff. They want more hype. And I think it's going to be more disastrous. It's going to be more people upset. If you look at the comment section of this video, there's more people that are upset than they are excited. And I'm very glad that I'm not the only person that feels this way. So let's hear what else they have to say.
So questions.
Yes.
Because I think this will be a big deal. I think there'll be
Yeah.
a lot of response to it. I think it might be
Unprecedented.
similar to your R34. There will be a lot of questions.
Yeah.
There'll be a lot of emotions, probably good and bad. I think the good will be those people who actually pull it. So you go on the site, you buy it like you normally buy it. You
Yep.
just may get a chrome one in
Yes.
the package
Yeah.
as opposed to the
And I
regular
believe,
one.
of course, they will explain this on the website,
Yeah.
and we'll talk about it more on Saturday evening and stuff, so people
will have an idea.
Be
We can get
shocked
into
that
these details.
hey, I went and bought this, but I got this.
Yeah, I don't-
We don't want that to happen.
It
to
doesn't
anyone.
have RLC people know what they're doing.
Probably so. Yeah, I hope so.
And the chase.
Damn it, Lamley. I was trying to listen to what Brendon's saying and you just kept interrupting. Lamley, if you're watching my video, can you please just let Brendon talk? Stop interrupting him. Let him talk. He's the guest. He's constantly interrupting him, and that just annoys me so much. Like, if you're a good host for a late night show, you let your guest talk. I hate when people interrupt me, and I'm hating that Lamley is just interrupting Brendon. I didn't even hear a single word that he said. He probably said something important, and I can't hear him because Lamley just won't shut the hell up. Ugh, sorry, but it annoys me that he just doesn't let this poor guy talk about his own product. Always constantly interrupting him. Jesus Christ, it gets me so mad. Anyways, I think what Brendon was trying to say, if Lammy would just sit down and calm down for 5 seconds, I think what Brendon was trying to say is that if you purchased one, that there's still a chance of you getting a chase. So it doesn't matter how much of something you purchase. I think if you just buy one, there's a chance that you'll get another RLC insert into your package, which I think is very nice. Although I don't like chases, I think it's cool that you don't have to buy two of them. You can just buy one casting and then you'll get another one free. I think that is cool. But then again, I have to ask, does the quantity matter? Like, if I buy more RLC, does that mean that it's going to mean is it going to mean I'm going to have a greater chance at getting a chase? I don't know what that means. And that's what I'm a little worried about. Because again, people use bots to buy 30 of them at a time. So does that mean the person that has 30 RLCs, will they have a better chance than someone who buys the limit? That's my questioning. But anyways, I don't think there's anything more for this video. I'll listen to the next 2 minutes and I'm just gonna end the video here because I realize I've been talking for 32 minutes.
Is numbered. That's the point.
Yes,
the
it'll be numbered. You'll get a
regular
sticker
version
again.
is not.
Correct.
The chase is.
Yes.
And any hint? We'll let those numbers.
We'll
speak for
let
themselves
the business people that run things talk more about that.
about how many there's, but they're coming. Is this everything?
I believe this is what I have for
But
now.
I mean, for chases, are we seeing chases?
There'll be more, but as far as which and when,
So
that
it's not
strategy
everything.
is.
We're not seeing chases on every release.
No,
in
no,
2026.
for
Okay.
sure not. It will only be a select amount in a given year.
Of course, because again, they want to save it for the models that are going to get the most hype. So they're definitely not going to do this for the 510 Datsun. Well, maybe they will, but I guess it just depends on the car. If it's a Toyota Supra, hey, let's add a chase in there. Let's make it more hype. It makes sense. So they're not going to do this for every casting. They're going to do this for select castings. And right now, Porsche is one of the most hyped brands in RLC. We know this because of the RWB.
And that might remain a mystery until
someone else announces it.
Okay. We'll just keep it at that, right?
Yeah.
We don't know. You probably know, but we don't want to like. And I don't
know
want
a
to keep
couple,
asking.
but I don't know all of them.
Then we'll let you. We know one.
Yes.
And
This
we
is
know
the
they're
first
coming.
one. That's what
Okay.
matters for today.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fabulous. Well,
Yeah. And it's with a new model.
there's going to be a lot of discussion about this.
Yeah, it'll be
Let's put it
interesting.
out there and let it talk about. I mean, it's the execution of the chase is chrome. Is this something that will be universal? Will a chase always be the same? Can you answer that question?
I think in 26.
Like the car culture stuff?
Yes, I think that's what the plan is this year, but I could be wrong, so.
So we'll just leave it as is. We'll watch it as it comes.
Yeah.
Brendon.
So we've got some cool stuff,
man.
Yeah, we've got some cool stuff coming.
This was great, as always. And
I thought I was really hoping for a more insightful conversation, and instead it just made me more confident in my decision of leaving. Again, if this isn't a sign for you to get out of the hobby, I don't know what is. I can already see the tsunami of hate and frustration with this chase being added. It's gonna be frustrating, I know. I know for a fact it's gonna be very frustrating. And we just heard it from this guy, from Brendon. He just openly admitted to supporting the secondhand market. And that's probably the thought process behind a lot of RLC, especially with the WRB. Or like, hey, this is going to have a high resale value, so let's try to hype this up as much as we can, and let's make sure that I don't even know if there's like a whole conspiracy theory. I don't know if like people within his organization scalp. They probably do. There's probably a whole conspiracy that people are not talking about with the corporation that he works for. Because for all we know, maybe the people that have bots on eBay, maybe they work for Mattel. I have no idea. I don't know how deep this rabbit hole goes. But I have spent 36 minutes talking about this. And again, I don't mean to make these videos super long. I apologize. But look at this. It speaks for itself. So thank you guys so much for watching. I think I might make a before you buy on the new Toyota truck RLC. Let me know if you guys want to see that, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.